We are headed to the weekend. It is another edition of Litter Media Live with the icon, Mike Smith. I'm Dan Ramey.
Everybody's working for the weekend. Little lover boy there for you.
I remember that song.
Mm-hmm.
I remember it sounding different by listening to it on the radio.
Yeah.
Did you ever see Loverboy in concert?
No, I have not.
Nor have I. I am not a concert person, but we know a number of people who are. And I want to say, is that one of the Dustin England bands he went to see? Or
Could be.
Dustin Egan.
Egan.
Not England.
Talking
about England earlier.
Yeah.
But I know he
seemed like he was a big Journey fan, too.
Def Leppard.
Yeah. Definitely Def Leppard.
The hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, likes the hard rock stuff. So.
Because he poured some sugar on me. He was really big
on
that.
Yeah, well, we used to have the Dan and Mike golf outing, which maybe we could talk about as our radio bit today. We used to, one of the particular outings was, and this might have been our last outing. I can't remember.
The sing-along hole?
There was a sing-along hole.
I think Kristen Ramsey came up with that.
Chris Ramsey, that was her deal. She was a music therapist for Pioneer Center at the time, and so she had all these instruments, percussion mostly, instruments that people could use to sing for a putt, and so you lowered your score.
Yeah, we
weren't putting, but we were killing time, and she brought over, what is it, tambourine, a drum of some sort, and did you have bongos?
I don't know if it was that or kazoo or what the heck it was.
But that was the song that Pour Some Sugar on Me was the song we performed, which has not been seen by anyone else.
No, thank goodness.
All right. As we head towards this weekend, we got a number of things to share with you in just a bit, but we're concerned about the weather, eh?
Yeah, a little bit of rain in some areas this morning. I didn't see any in the Frankfort area, but as you can see on our little weather data for Friday, we expect it to maybe pause for a little bit this afternoon and then pick up in the afternoon, evening hours, and then that carries over into about noon tomorrow, which could play some havoc for any of the outdoor tournament activities for tomorrow, but we'll talk more about that later. Otherwise, a slight chance of rain this afternoon, but more likely tonight and tomorrow than sunny on Sunday.
All right. Looking forward to the weekend as we jump into I've got something tomorrow we'll share with you in just a moment. I was busy last night. We'll show you what that is in just a moment as well. But first, we want to tell you about some of the folks that help us put this program on a regular basis. Our friends at Scioto Valley Dumpsters. They are there with dumpsters. They'll drop them off wherever you need them, and then when you fill them up, they'll haul it all away for you. It's that simple, that easy. You want to find out more? Give Carl a call at 740-253-8389. Tell him Dan and Mike sent you.
Hi, I'm Dave Pinkerton with Advanced Services Heating and Cooling, your local heating and cooling expert. If you want quality service, quality installation, give Advanced Services a call, 740-773-4499.
Worth it if you enjoy it. Michelob Ultra.
This is Big Chillicothe. Horizon's 100% fiber internet service is coming to your area. Call 740-772-8331 or visit horizonconnects.com/Chillicothe to sign up today.
Time to take a look at the news topics for today. Where are we starting?
We're going to start over in Jackson County.
Jackson?
Yeah. Lake Catherine State Nature Preserve will experience some intermittent closures during a dam construction project in May and June. Ohio Department of Natural Resources Division of Natural Areas and Preserves will keep the preserve open on weekends. Now, Lake Catherine's dam, which was originally constructed back in the 1940s, is being rehabilitated this year. Construction on the improved dam began in March and involves adding a concrete layer under the top layer of dirt to prevent erosion. In addition to occasional closures, the construction project has impacted the preserve's trail system. In fact, 2 trails, Pine Ridge and Lakeview, are closed until further notice. And that is at Lake Catherine over in Jackson County.
Don't know if I've ever been to Lake Catherine.
Yeah, we've had a few stories over the past year or two about Lake Catherine, but first to update you on that situation. I could have said,
you were going to say,
and I thought
exactly
that's
what
just
I was
not
thinking.
going to come out right, so I'm staying away from it. 6 Appalachian, Ohio residents were honored for their service to others during a May 16th ceremony at the Zenner House in Athens, hosted by the Janko Foundation and the Foundation for Appalachian, Ohio. The Janko Awards were established to recognize individuals who have devoted themselves to direct, caring action that contributes to quality of life in Appalachian, Ohio. Now, the most recent honorees are David Butcher, also Jane Cavarzano, Kyle Johnson, and Teresa Filer Lackey. Now, those folks are from mostly from Athens. I think one of them from Muskingum County. But Dr. Logan Minter of Pike County, who's also an associate professor at Shawnee State University, was honored, as was Melissa O'Hara Brown of Hocking County. Melissa founded the Hope Blooms Foundation, and they joined more than 75 previous Janko Award winners dating back to 2002.
I had never seen this logo until I saw it on our Twitter page earlier today.
Yeah.
And then I pulled in on Huntington High School this morning and saw it
There
on
it
the
is
side
again.
of this van. Apparently this is a mobile unit that they use to give eye checkups to kids.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, they do a lot of grant work presenting to schools as well as many nonprofits in Appalachian, Ohio. Tomorrow, the Knights of Columbus Council 15793 will host a drive-through food distribution from 10 a.m. until noon behind St. Peter Church on the corner of Church and Water Streets. Ross County residents in need of food are invited to enter the parking lot using the Church Street entrance and exit onto Water Street. Now, be advised that there is no longer an ID requirement for this event. And I think you had some extras for us.
Before you get to your road report here, and I've got something on my phone I'm trying to get to so I can see it a little easier. I just got a lot of stuff to get through. There it is. This was on our Twitter page about Fairfield County Health. Physical activity, regular exercise, not only supports good physical health, it supports good mental health as well. So a little mental health month notation there from our friends over in Fayette County.
Fairfield.
Fairfield County, yes. Last night, the Pickaway Ross Career and Technology Center commencement, and this is 308 of the kids that were there. 399 were in the graduating class. 3 of them were playing baseball with Huntington. One got there in time to get his commencement during the commencement, but the other got his career passport after they started tearing things down. But Jonathan Davis was there, superintendent, managed to take time to pose with him for a picture as well. But really, this was they estimated a crowd of about 3,800 people there last night. Yes. So when they get that new stadium, they'll have more seats and more people, because next year they're expecting 400 students. So it should be.
And Brian Wickline said, I want all of you to come back to a Paints game.
Amen to that, because this was free.
Yeah.
They did have the concession stand open, but they didn't. That was pretty much it. What you had to pay for. And tomorrow morning, I'll be getting together with the judges and everybody. These young ladies will be meeting with the judges for the first time. Emma Massey from Unioto, Carly Lake from Chillicothe, Huntington High School's Ava Lowry, Leah Parker of Waverly, and Sydney Bush from Unioto in the 2023 Feast of the Flowering Moon Queens pageant, which takes place at 1 o'clock. Now, the reason it's going at 1 o'clock, I believe some of the girls are either graduating or there's a prom tomorrow.
Oh.
So what they've done was they moved the pageant up earlier in the day. It's usually in the evening, but it'll be 1 o'clock tomorrow. Then all the princess and little kids will be having their pageant after this. There is a charge at the door when you get there. I believe it's just like a couple of bucks for the Feast of the Flowering Moon. So that will take place tomorrow.
So they do announce the winners tomorrow?
No.
No, okay.
They have the interviews with the queens. They have the pageant portion on stage. And it's been the weirdest thing since they started doing this several years ago, in which, we come to the end of it and it's like, but I can't tell you who won because we won't tell you that until crowning takes place on Friday evening downtown on next Friday.
Gotcha.
So the feast opens next Friday. It's the 40th anniversary for the feast.
Wow.
And I believe 13 previous feast queens are coming back for that event Friday night. I wish I could be there next Friday night. We're on assignment for Western with their commencement, but wishing best for all the kids this coming Friday. Next Friday. Get my bearings straight. I'm sorry, I'm working on limited sleep.
So that means I was 23 years old
night.
the first year they had the Feast of the Flowering Moon.
Were you really?
If it was 40 years ago.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
So I would have
Seem
been
like it's been that long ago.
I was 20. No, yeah, I was 20. Yeah.
He's just a pup.
Yeah.
Now the road report. Over in Madison County, I-71 northbound and southbound between the Fayette-Madison County line and the Pickaway-Franklin County line will have various daily lane restrictions. That's been going on for some time, between 7 in the morning, 5 in the afternoon, and they're expecting that to wrap up by the end of this month.
Don't forget that there is trolley military tours tomorrow with the Chillicothe Trolley, 10 a.m. and 11 a.m. Pickaway Ross CTC has their basic CPR class taking place tomorrow, 1 until 5 p.m. And we also have some golf coming up soon. Cheryl's House of Hope charity golf outing is not this, but next weekend. So if you want to get involved with that, it's just $75 per player, $300 per team, and it's all at the Chillicothe JCs. And one that we've not had a chance to tell you about just yet, we're going to do it now. Putts for Paws, the golf scramble benefiting the Pickaway County Dog Shelter, and that's taking place at the Deer Creek Golf Course. And you can get more details by reaching out to Deer Creek. And here's the information. You can see it right here. It's coming up Saturday, June 10th. It's $200 per team. And again, Putts for Paws, benefiting the Pickaway County Dog Shelter. And our pal Jeffrey
Postage
is the GM at the golf course now.
Congratulations.
So it's good to know. He's got a real job now.
Yeah.
He's no longer a college student and no longer a high school kid. But if you want to be involved with that and play golf out at Deer Creek, there's your opportunity.
Wonder if they let the dogs on the course.
So they could play Who Let the Dogs Out?
Well,
Woof,
or
woof,
I can
woof.
see a problem. You know how dogs like to pick things up.
Oh, yeah.
No, you got to leave the ball there, Rover.
It's
It's going to be a hole. No. Yeah.
No.
Sports is coming up.
It is. I asked my granddaughter, Amelia, little 4-year-old Amelia, was stacking coins this morning, and they fell over. And she goes, oh, and I went, oh, down goes Frazier. And I said, do you know what that means? So I had to tell her about Frazier going down in the boxing ring. And she still looked at me like...
And she had that glazed look on her face at the end, like I do sometimes when Dan's telling me the story.
You're right.
Yeah.
All right, Accurate Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing, your trusted comfort advisor. They've been doing this for as long as Mike was 23. For more than 40 years. Your trusted comfort advisor. If you click on this ad anywhere you see it at littermedia.com, it will take you to their website where you can learn more about the services and the territories that they service for Accurate Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. Sports next.
Budweiser beer, the king is second to
Who drinks Budweiser? You know the type. The people who grind. Those who don't back down.
and the ones who don't quit. They say all people are 6 degrees of separation away from each other, but some are just a six-pack away. The people who share the same spirit share the same beer. This Bud's for you.
It's time to get serious about your lawn. It's time to step up to the best mower brand money can buy. For nearly 4 decades, Skag has been the easy choice for lawn care professionals. Don't settle for anything less than simply the best when it comes to mowing your lawn. There's sure to be a Skag model that's perfect for your yard, big or small. Make your lawn the envy of the neighborhood. Visit your local Skag dealer today. Skag, simply the best.
I was looking for a first job. I had been babysitting and decided it was something for a little more permanent. It pays very well. It's convenient. You can make your own schedule with the flexibility. That's something that I like. The people that I work with are great. I wouldn't ask for a better crew or management team to work for.
And you can work for them too. Open interviews every Wednesday from 2 until 5. Little Leah Metler. I first met her when she was like 9 years old at the Fall Festival of Leaves Queen's Pageant. She was helping out with that, and so she's all grown up now, college student.
Kids have a way of doing that.
Going to be a nurse, and who knows, maybe she'll be nursing one of us at some point in time in our lives.
I've often thought, always try to be nice to kids that I know are going to medical school because they could one be working on me.
You know, we were at, I think it was Mount Carmel Hospital one time, and it was for my father-in-law's heart surgery. And one of the nurses that was helping wheel him down to the she played volleyball and basketball at Zane Trace. And she goes, "Mr. Ramey," and I'm like, "Hey, I remember you." And she'd been nursing for like 6 years, something like that. So, yeah.
Reminded me of a story when I was going for a colonoscopy. Dr. Bill Seaver. I used to call his games on the radio, and I said, "Bill, did I ever say anything bad to you?" And he snapped that hose just before I was going under, yeah. Paybacks or you know what.
I just picture Mike going, "Bill, did I ever say anything bad about you?"
Yeah, Dr. Seaver. Yeah, very good.
Sports.
Yeah. Yeah, current day sports. Softball tournament action yesterday. District finals for D2. You see there. This is the third year in a row that Sheridan and Athens have met in the championship. And for the second time in 3 years, Sheridan comes out on top, 10-1 ahead of the Sweet 16.
First loss for Athens?
Well, that's what I thought, but I got to looking, and that was their second loss.
Is that right?
Second loss. Now, Unioto won their first district softball championship since 1995 by beating Hillsborough 6-2. Wow. Now, in D3, this was a semifinal game. Portsmouth West over Westfall 7-1. Ironton beat Northwest. Also a semifinal at Rio Grande in D4. Portsmouth Notre Dame shuts out Waterford and Southern over Eastern Meg. So Division 3 and Division 4, their finals are scheduled for tomorrow. It's a triple header in Division 3 out at Unioto. It would be a double header in D4 at Rio Grande, weather permitting. Now, moving on to baseball. These were all sectional finals. Everybody was looking at that completion of that suspended game between Taze Valley and Lancaster. The Vikings score 3 times in the top of the 13th inning and hold off the Gales 5-2, so Taze Valley heading on to the district. Bloom Carroll in D2 a winner, so was Jonathan Alder. So those teams move on to the district. Division 3 sectional finals, you see there, Fairland, South Point, Lucasville Valley. Probably the story of the night, number 27 seed Southeastern upset number 3 seed Huntington, 8-6 in 9 innings. So that's Ed Yates' last
final
game as a head coach. Ed, we wish you well moving forward.
But he got some extra baseball in.
He did indeed. He did indeed. Zane Trace, Wadesburg, Oak Hill, Minford, Portsmouth, Eastern Brown, Meigs, Ironton, and Heath, a winner over Amanda Clear Creek. And track and field. Now, this one's kind of confusing. Division II, there's actually 2 different Division II district meets in the Southeast District. This one was at Meigs. Fairfield Union won the boys' championship. Sheridan won the girls' meet. Now, the Division II finals for, I guess you would consider it the western section of the district, that'll be at Washington Courthouse tomorrow. Division I, day 2 of 3 is tonight with the finals tomorrow. D3 at Nelsonville, York, those finals are tomorrow. We'll track all of those on littermedia.com over the weekend. Reds were off last night. They host the Yanks tonight. But the Guardians played, and they beat the White Sox by a score of 3-1. I think that's the only win they've had against the White Sox here of late.
Yeah, and they will be in New York beginning
the Mets
today against the Mets. And the Reds will be home with the New York Yankees wearing these unis.
I was talking with Tim Street of OHSAA about these, and we both were on the same page. Why? But I guess they're only going to do this on Friday night.
It's a Friday night only deal. City Connect, I don't know a whole lot about City Connect, but they've always had fireworks on Fridays, so they get their fireworks Fridays. Well, they're having a special drone light show tonight, too. And so I guess that's going to take place as soon as the game is done. And I think City Connect is involved with some of that. So these new unis come out, and, of course, this is the only reason that baseball teams or any kind of team changes so many uniforms so that they can sell more souvenirs. And who doesn't want to get the new Reds logo for this City Connect uniform right there?
Who doesn't want? Me. Now, for someone like myself, that there are I'm colorblind concerning anything that's dark blue or black. And with the black background in Cincy, I can hardly see that. And that became a problem in play-by-play for football being so far away. Now, the OHSAA has, they came out with this, I think maybe even National Federation actually came up with the rule. Supposedly in the 25 season, all uniforms have to be so distinctively
good,
identifiable that is not a problem.
I recall Chillicothe in the 1985 season when they first went to the football playoffs. They wore these summer-type mesh jerseys all year long. Mm-hmm. And had I not seen them the 10 previous weeks when we played Worthington up at Cooper Stadium, the radio booth, now keep in mind this was a baseball field that they put a football field on, and the baseball broadcast booth was what we were using to do the game. And everything was going away from us. Yeah. So it was the near end zone was where we were. The far out end zone was out in the outfield. Mm-hmm. And so as those guys crossed the 50, like I say, had I not known them by seeing them 10 games prior, their body shapes and everything, I would have not known who they were.
Yeah.
So, I'm like that. And it doesn't matter if it's football, baseball, whatever sport you're doing. Mm-hmm. When I did public address for the lacrosse team, some of those numbers were like this big on their uniforms. Soccer the same way. Right. Difficult to tell who the kids were that would score a goal. So, somebody has to be uniform about the uniform numbers.
Yeah. And there's nothing worse than getting mommy and daddy's kid's name wrong.
That's right. That's right. Which I did make a couple of mistakes last night. I apologize for.
Bring that up.
But I think the percentage was pretty good. If I only messed up 3
out of 300 and plus.
Yes. But still, I take that to heart.
I got it.
So, my apologies if I upset anyone. Which no one came up saying, "Hey, you in the booth." Nobody did that.
That's good.
All right. Coming up in just a moment, this date in history. You've dialed up the Litter Media Wayback Machine for what date?
1943.
1943.
We're going to find out when D-Day is, supposed to be.
Oh. All right, details coming up in just a moment. The following commercial voiced by the 2023 Student of the Year for Pickaway Ross Career and Technology Center, Roxy Stortz-Berrio.
Find a career you love with Pickaway Ross Adult Education. Skilled trades careers are in high demand with no signs of slowing down. Pickaway Ross offers career training programs with expert instructors and hands-on learning tactics to create a variety of opportunities. Visit our website for more information.
At Rathkamp Financial, we provide wealth management services that may ease clients' fears of financial loss and help them retire comfortably. Our greatest satisfaction comes from working with clients for many years and helping them realize their dreams.
For transportation options in Ross County, call Ross County Health District's Mobility Management Team, 740-779-9652.
This is Andy Tomlinson. When ensuring what's important to you, our agents are there when you need us the most. Tomlinson Insurance, for the best coverage at the best cost. Visit us online at tomlinsonins.com to learn more.
Time now to roll the clock back to when Mike wanted to be alive.
Yeah.
1943, when everything was black and white.
Everybody that knows their history knows that the D-Day invasion took place on June 6th of 1943.
Yes.
But in a meeting that Winston Churchill and Franklin Roosevelt had in 1943 to plan for this, the idea was May 1st.
Wintertime?
No, the idea was supposed to be May 1st of 1944.
But it took several days, didn't it, to actually...
Well, that was after they finally moved it to June.
Right.
But May 1st was done away with because they were having a bad spring in the North Pacific, or not the North Pacific, North Atlantic.
A lot of fog and cloud cover.
So they had to move it. Of course, again, history. The Allies get into Italy in I think it was late 43. But they wanted to have the invasion of France May 1st. But as we know, it got delayed until June 6th of 1944. I think the window that they were given by the meteorologists was June, once they've settled on June 2nd through the 6th, because it had to do with the tide. Mm-hmm. The phase of the moon, the weather. They had a storm that came up that canceled it from June 4th, and then it got moved to the 6th.
If you watched any of the Band of Brothers HBO series, what those guys went through leading up to the day of invasion, I can't imagine. Truly, you were practicing every day, and there was a lot of hurry up and wait, and they were sitting there after packing that pack once again, and next thing you know, smoke them if you got them, and you went in, and the rest is history, as they say. But thank you for the freedoms that you've given us, those who paved the way for us to somehow screw up life today. It's a shame. History has a way of repeating itself in some respects, and we hope that in that repeating of itself, we'll have another great generation that will stand up to tyranny.
Amen to that.
So, radio bit.
What did you say earlier?
The golf outing, I think, was what we were discussing.
Seemed like we talked about that
a few weeks
ago.
We did.
We did allude to the sing-along that we had.
Yes.
We've talked before about hitting the ball with a baseball bat.
Yeah.
Taking one of our actual drives, which I think we were so bad we only did that one year.
Yeah.
I think we fooled Tom Beard into thinking that I had a hole-in-one. He was all excited.
We did talk about that.
We found out that
yes.
we staged that one.
Did we ever talk about the hockey stick?
Well,
a lot of people, you've seen
the
Billy
picture.
Madison, the movie, and many people have seen the picture of us with a hockey stick. But
or you're sticking me in the gut.
Yes, the Columbus Blue Jackets gave us a hockey stick, an autographed hockey stick. And I want to say that I think we put it into the
putting.
Right, we did that. But afterwards, someone won the hockey stick.
Yeah.
And so you could hit your tee shot to the green. When you got to the green, though, no matter where it landed, you had to putt. And what was funny was watching people hold it at the very end like you would an actual, but someone said, haven't you seen Billy Madison? Here's how you do it. And that changed everything. People started wising up on how to use the hockey stick. And so that was a lot of fun.
Yeah. We did that for how many years?
I want to say there were 7.
7. So we did the rooftop remote longer than we did that one.
I think we did.
That was 9 years, I think.
Yeah. Then it got to a point where, hey, these guys need to be in a golf cart as opposed to climbing ladders to get on a rooftop. So,
yeah.
I think we did a scissors lift at one point in time, though.
That could have been, yeah.
I was on a scissors lift on, was it Monday or Tuesday that I was out at Kenworth? Did we talk about that on the air? I can't recall if we did that.
You were telling me that you were up there trying to get everybody scrunched in. And
yeah, and then to hear, I don't know how many employees there were, 500 maybe, something like that. There was a moment I stopped the camera and I said, okay, everybody say cheese. And hearing them all go, cheese, was really cool. Yeah. So that was neat. But you can see pictures and read more about it on our website, littermedia.com. You can see videos. You'll be able to see this on our YouTube channel a little bit later on today, as well as anytime on demand on our YouTube channel our Facebook page in the videos section. All of that's available as soon as we finish things up live. But the YouTube channel, you got to wait for me to load it up. So once I get that uploaded, we're all good. So
okay.
Thank you again for watching. Enjoy your weekend. We will see you somewhere, if not back here, Monday, with another edition of Litter Media Live.